Hi class, this is a quick video to orient you to the finale aspect of this assignment. You should also handwrite it, but if I ask you to also put it into finale, I want to show you a few things that will make that process easier. So first of all, this is a template, so I've preset some things to make it easier for you. The sounds have been set up as a sampled sound, which sounds a bit better than MIDI, and the way you check on that is you go to a score manager, and you'll see that it says Garrett Instruments Finale Vintage Electric Piano. You can change that to another piano if you want. Now, if you're having problems with sound, sometimes people don't have the Garrett library installed. You should, but if you don't, then just simply change it back to Smart Synth, and it will change back to a MIDI piano. It won't sound as good, but at least it will work. Okay, so that's what you do if you're having problems, but I'm going to put this one now back to what it was before. You have to analyze your progressions, and there's a built-in way to do that, which is with this tool right here. It's called the expression tool, and a shortcut to get to it is by holding down Control and hitting the key that's the furthest to the right or just to the left of the return key. So it's like the quote key. Hit that and you can see it automatically goes to that, and then if you double click you can see there's all these analysis symbols. But because we're only doing diatonic harmony, you don't even have to do that. Once you're in the right tool, you can just hold down the number of whatever Roman numeral that is and click, and that Roman numeral will appear. So in the key of A flat major, this is the 1 chord, so I hold down 1, click, and there's 1 major 7. In the key of A flat major, this is the 4 chord, so I hold down 4, click, and there it is. When there's 2-5 relationships like this, this is the 2 chord in our key, I hit a 2, and a 5, and then I need a bracket between them to show 2-5 relationship. So I hold down B, click, and there's my bracket. And if it feels a little bit too long, you can double click on that handle that's there, this little handle. You can double click on that and make it smaller. And then here's the 1 chord, and then we need an arrow to show dominant functions. So the first letter of the word arrow is A, so hold down A. And then you get your arrow, and if it's a bit long, again, just double click on the handle to make it shorter. So you can adjust either end like this, so this is what we would do. I will save it. I'll try to save it at about that length so you won't have to adjust it probably. So that's how you would do all the analysis when you need to do analysis. Most of it's in there, but just FYI and for future projects. And finally, when you're doing, obviously when you're handwriting, you're going to have to write everything out, but when you go to use finale, you can actually copy and paste and make adjustments. So remember, what I'm asking you to do here is take these voicings and add a ninth, any available ninth to it. So if you copy only the notes, you can do that, and the way you copy only the notes is to go under Edit, Use Filter, then Edit Filter, and this shows that everything will be copied. You say None, and then you just say I only want to copy notes. Now I'll try to preset the template for it to be like this, but in case I forget or whatever, that's how you would change it. You say OK, and now I can simply take my notes, all this stuff here. I can click there and shift click here to select all that. And when I copy it with Command C, I'm only copying the notes. And when I paste it with Command V, I'm only copying the notes. Then I can simply go through it and do my 9-for-1 substitution. So if I zoom in here, you will see in there is is a 1. And if I double click on it, I get the whole chord. And if I hit Command arrow, I can go up and down through the chord. Arrow up, Command arrow down, till I get to the note I want. I'm on the right note, and now I let go of Command and I just do the arrow by itself, and that will move the note to become the 9th. Then I arrow over to the right, I Command arrow up through the chord to my root, and then I let go of Command and I just hit arrow and I get my 9th, my diatonic 9th, and so on. And you can do that for the other part of the assignment as well.